Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video, and there's another paid request, this time from Yule. If anyone wants to send in any type of requests, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, or anything random, anything out of the blue, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And now he wanted me to do a commentary on Jaws 2. So let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. As we have the old Universal logo. Now, of course, the first Jaws is a classic. I think this is a decent sequel for a number of reasons. Still got John Williams doing the score. You still have Roy Scheider, even though he did not want to do the film. He did the film because he was supposed to do The Deer Hunter. He left. They were pissed at him because he broke the contract. His idea, he was supposed to star in it. He had like a 3-picture deal or so. So they said, okay, we'll let bygones be bygones if you star in Jaws 2. And he really did not want to do Jaws 2 because he's like, there's nothing more for my character. Even during the making of it, he was like, I hate being here. But he does a good job in the movie. Apparently he did not get along well with the director, Jeannot Szwarc. And I think this director would go on to do Supergirl, the movie, I believe. Now, of course, you don't have Steven Spielberg, you don't have Richard Dreyfuss back. They went on to do Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Much more successful movie. But yeah, I mean, sequels are not as big of a thing back then as they are nowadays. And in fact, I think this is the first Hollywood sequel to use the number 2. Not the instead of the Roman numeral 2. As in, Jaws, and then just, again, number 2. Again, there might have been sequels that used the numeral 2. But like I said, sequels are not as big of a thing as they are nowadays. I think at the time this was the most successful sequel, box office wise, until Rocky 2. And John Williams here is putting the music kind of like the song that Robert Shaw would sing in the first movie. And here we have the remains of the ship from the first movie. The Orca. I forgot the name of it for a minute. But yeah, the first Jaws is an absolute classic. And goes to show you how you can make a monster movie but have really likable characters. And actors you care about. And that's the thing, like, this came out in 1979, give or take. Was it 79 or 78? I can't remember now the exact year. Right? 1978 it was. 1978. And the thing with it is, this is after Star Wars, so people are expecting, bigger productions even at this point. I'm trying to remember what other films came out in 1978. But I know the director chose to show the shark a lot more. I think that was the right decision. And I thought the director made a good point. He said, we've seen the shark in the first film. It took a while for it to build up, and then they showed it, and then you see a bit of it in the third act. Well, now that we've already seen that, you can't do the same trick twice. You can't be like, oh, okay, we're not going to... I mean, people already know. Anyone who's watching this film has seen the first film. I mean, technically you see the shark in the poster, but still, the way it looks in the movie, you've seen that in the first movie. People know it. People are not going to be surprised by it again. Kind of like in Predator 2. We've seen the Predator. You've done the build-up of the Predator. Okay. You can't do the same trick twice. Aliens. Yes, it's a slow build-up, but at least you're giving us interesting characters and story, music production. But then you see tons of aliens, because we've seen one xenomorph. I mean, just... I do like what they do with Roy Scheider in this, where he's a bit obsessive when he thinks and knows it's a shark, but yet no one believes him, yet again. You think they would give him a little bit of leniency, considering what happened in the past, but you'd feel sorry for the character, you root for... I mean, it's... Despite him not wanting to be in this film, Roy Scheider doesn't show it on the screen, and I just always have enjoyed him as an actor. Not just for Jaws, but loved him in Blue Thunder. Thought he did a great job in that. Loved him in 2010, the year we made contact. He was in Thomas Jane's The Punisher. Quite a bit, I mean... just sad that he's no longer with us. Again, just always thought he was a underrated actor. Of course, there's Lorraine, who was in the first film, and she would be the star in Jaws 4. And these are like, Jaws is a classic. Jaws 2 is a decent sequel. I like Jaws 3. I find it fun. Jaws 4 is awful. Absolutely fucking awful. And also with the success of Jaws, you had all the rip-offs of Jaws, or the films inspired by Jaws. Whether it be Piranha, whether it be... There was a film called Grizzly, which was Jaws but with a bear. And I actually quite like Grizzly. All sorts of killer animal flicks because of that. Day of the Animals, you had... I mean, you just say even Kingdom of the Spiders. All this other stuff. Pretty much any animal you can think of. Night of the Lepus with the... Actually, no. Night of the Lepus might came out before. So I'll scratch that one off. I don't remember when that came out actually. It might have been before. There was Murray Hamilton as the mayor once again. Sadly, Murray Hamilton, there was a point where he had to shoot his scenes very quickly because his wife, there was a biopsy, and they're like, okay, we'll shoot you off and you can go take care of your wife. His wife was fine, but then soon after he passed away. So it was pretty much the last film he got to do. The band is playing The Girl from Ipanema, which that's a piece of music I remember from the film Deep Rising. That was the music playing in the elevator with Tree Williams in the group before it falls all the way down to the bottom. This girl on the right in the red dress, I remember her, she was in the first film. And this character, I guess they're like, well, we can't really make Murray Hamilton the too much of a stubborn yet again. But, so they created this character to pretty much do what Murray Hamilton did. Maybe be a little bit more sleazy. I will say, I mean, I like the film for a number of reasons. I like the action sequences with the shark. Again, I like the director's choice to show more of the shark. Roy Scheider's performance. And, you know, the production, doesn't seem like a cheap movie to me. The fact that it kind of becomes a slasher film where even the shark gets half his face burned as if he was Freddy Krueger. And definitely a bigger body count, I would say, compared to the first, but sadly, I wish there was a bigger body count. I wish a lot more of the kids got killed, but I think they couldn't do that because of the rating, because they had to come out with a PG rating. I think if they had more, it would turn to an R. Which I think in retrospect would have been cool. I think it would have been interesting to see this turn to an R-rated film. Universal would never do it, but I think that would have been cool. And oh, the guy on the right here is, well, he's not on anymore, but the kid on the right with the glasses previously was Chief Gordon, the star of Christine, John Carpenter's Christine, who's actually on the bonus features here as, you know, pretty much showcasing his time working on the film, pictures he took. Chief Gordon was also Rodney Dangerfield's son in Back to School. But I mean, Jeannot Szwarc, to be fair, he had a tough hill to climb, because how do you compete with the original Spielberg film Jaws? It's extremely hard to compete with that. I mean, you just say Jaws was lightning in a bottle. Those three guys, Quint, Brody, Hooper, hard to beat that. But again, at least, yeah, I do like Roy Scheider. I like his predicament. Well, and that's one more tier that I like than in Godzilla vs. Kong. At least I liked someone in this. There we go, there's the fin. Then you see a bit more of the shark in this. Again, I think that was the right decision. Again, because we've already done... I actually think they could have gone even further with Roy Scheider's character. Maybe it would even make Roy Scheider happier to do the film, is to make Roy Scheider's character even more of a PTSD victim. I'm not saying I wanted to be gloomy the whole film, but he's still doing his job, but there's a case of PTSD. As well as trying to be as this cop. And I think that would have been very interesting to go in that direction. You know, maybe... in a way, kind of what they did with Ripley and Aliens. But Aliens did not come out this time. But you remember the beginning of Aliens, where Ripley's waking up, and maybe he stopped being a cop. Maybe he wanted to be just a lower level position. And then maybe the sheriff gets killed by the guy who took Brody's job. He gets killed by the shark, and somehow he's got to come back into the spotlight, get his life back together, and by the end have a catharsis, battle the demon once again head on, and no more bad dreams. So that could be even more they could do with the character. I still like what they do with here, because I like Roy Scheider, but I think you can even push that even more so. At least in my opinion. Now, I would say this is the weakest part of the film, is the teen characters. I don't think the actors are bad. That's the thing, I don't think these actors are bad. I don't know if I could say I really care a whole lot about these characters, though. One guy plays Chief Brody's son. The guy in the pink is Chief Gordon. But at least here they're giving a little bit of character to these two guys. And this does remind you of a Friday the 13th film, where, I guess in that essence, you know, it's... I did like that line. She got tits like a sparrow. Maybe it's not so much the characters, it's scenes like this. There's a bit too many scenes from what I remember. It's been a while since I've seen this. A bit too many scenes of people sailing. And yeah, it's like, I get it, they're sailing. Just a bit too much of some of this stuff throughout the film. It's funny, at one point Spielberg told in some festival that making a sequel is a cheap carny trick. And they asked him to direct the sequel, and he's like, I didn't even respond. Which is funny, because he would go on to do stuff like The Lost World Jurassic Park 2, among other stuff. I mean, later he says, oh, I would have done the sequel if didn't have such a horrible time making the first film. And then one time he wanted to do a prequel, like the Indianapolis, a story based on the speech that Robert Shaw did, and that wasn't going to happen. If you had $100,000 boat to be investigation. Nice. And I think that's the thing with this film, is that why it's not as good as the first film is because the characters are much stronger in the first movie. Either you're following Roy Scheider, him along with the audience, finding the dead body, what happened to it, Collin and Richard Dreyfuss. Then we're following the two of them. Then Robert Shaw gets brought in. And then by the time you get to the last, 40 minutes of the film, is the three of them. And strictly the three of them. And when you have a limited amount of people, you can really, it's easier to focus. In a way, that's one of the issues when you have a cast that has a ton of people in it. How can you focus on all of them? Even superhero movies, like the X-Men and other stuff. Like, there's so many people among the X-Men group, how does each one get their fair shake? It's fairly hard to do. Same with all these kids here. Like, these kids, like, how do they get their fair shake to be developed at all? I mean, good luck trying to remember half of these kids' names. I think here we get... Sorry I'm not saying anything, I'm trying... It's been quite a while since I've seen the movie. I guess that happens a little bit later. No, because they witnessed the explosion. That's what happened a little bit. Yeah, and then the two of them talked to Brody. Yeah, this way they can witness what's going on. Because this would be a, like... Other than the opening, first, like, big shark attack scene. Which in a way kind of inspired the poster, which I remember right will be over here with, you know, being dragged behind the boat and then the shark chasing her. And I think the director handles those type of scenes fairly well. Never been water skiing, to be honest. Never been. But really never had the opportunity. I'd be open to it, but again, just never had the opportunity to water ski. I don't know any rich people that have boats and, hey, come up to the coast, get together, have a few laughs. But that's what, like, these scenes here, like the fact that they're able to put in the same shot, like the fin going towards her, and the same shot to have her there, and then the fin getting closer and closer. See, you can't see the fin back there anymore. Like, that's a pretty cool shot too, this POV. Yeah, I think it's under the water, breaking the bit of the surface. Yeah, again, might not seem much, but again, it's a nice little visual note to put into it. Sell the idea of this bowl. Hey, he likes to eat women. I like to eat women. Granted, they're different ways. I mean, he likes to eat it like Army Hammer. I like to eat it like, you know, most other guys. Army Hammer as Bruce the Shark in Jaws, the remake. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Army Hammer. Just, yeah. Fuck. I think coming we got like one of the dumber characters in the movie. Because the way she blows herself up is kind of hilarious. I did like the effects. I think that's a nice POV shot. Getting to the side of the boat. That's... You know, you show enough of the shark. I know people keep saying in Jaws and Jaws 2, the shark looks so fake. I don't know, it just looks like a shark to me. I'm gonna lift this, oh my god, put all this gasoline on me. And then I'm not gonna aim for shit, and I blow myself up. I think it's the part when she lifts the gasoline and pours it on herself. Accidentally, but again, that's a good explosion, and again, that's an interesting idea, like the shark's face being on fire, and then so the rest of it is scarred up with burns. I've never seen that before, and I haven't seen that much since. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool, interesting idea. And it makes the shark look a bit different compared to the past. Just like how the shark dies. It's not another explosion. It's, we're gonna fry the fucker. Again, I appreciate that. Again, decent explosion. Yeah, the wheels are slowly turning. You know, something could be up. But yeah, the success of Jaws created a whole wealth of these killer animal, killer creature films. And not many really came to the success of Jaws, but there's a lot of fun ones in the midst of that. And you don't see that a whole lot nowadays in big budget field. I guess if you count Godzilla vs. Kong or stuff. I mean, or what, The Maid with Jason Statham. I'm trying to, is this like a piece of boat? I'm trying to remember. I mean, the assumption is supposed to be the shark, but it's not going to be the shark. Oh, it's the power table. So we could set that up. Power line. But that's not a bad way of introducing that, because the whole point is you think, oh my god, it's a shark again, but now, oh, it's not. But we've introduced this power line, which will be featured in the third act. Just give him the Fruit Loops. Fuck the Cheerios. Or get apple cinnamon Cheerios. Let's just eat the fucking Fruit Loops. Yes, you have to. I'm gonna shove my fucking foot in your ass, boy. You have to do what the fuck I say. I'm gonna shoot you in the face with this thing called gun. Let the kid have a vacation. It's 17. Just let him go on the fucking boat. Of course, I'm surprised that guy would be so adamant to go on the water after what happened to him in the first movie. Like the older kid. Because you had a shark swim right by you and almost kill someone right next to you. That happened to me. I wouldn't go back in the fucking water. Did they find the dead whale? Kill, yeah. Killer whale. Orca. Pretty decent effect too. I kind of like the idea of showcasing that it's not just humans it's killing, it's this as well. That which made sense. Like the shark wouldn't just kill humans. Why wouldn't it kill something like this? Which that reminds me, there's a, I don't know if I can find this edit again. There's a, someone did an edit called Jaws, the Grindhouse version. It's like they took the first Jaws and they turned to a Grindhouse movie with the weird colors and changing the music and then splicing in gore and then the ending. Like they add this in there because at the ending, instead of Roy Scheider shooting and blowing up the shark, like an orca, another killer whale, hits and kills the shark. And then flashes back to this. And yeah, I just thought that was a kind of a hilarious thing. Calm the fuck down, deputy. Let him talk. There might be one in these waters. It's happened before, lady. You don't know? You would think there would have been a big fucking story. But I don't know, maybe they kept it hush-hush so that it wouldn't get... Because I think there was another director that was going to do this, and his version of the film was that the Amity was boarded up and like a ghost town, and a lot of the business had left, I'm assuming because of what happened in the first movie. And I guess it was a bit more of a serious film, and that would have been interesting, but they didn't like how serious it was going to be, and which I don't understand. This is a serious film. It's not like it's a goofball comedy. And like Roy Scheider, you understand his frustration. And it made sense why he would jump to that conclusion after what happened in the first movie. Why wouldn't you jump to that conclusion? Again, this is the guy that has like the most common sense in the movie. But at least thankfully that's the lead guy who has the most common sense. When it's not, then you really have issues. You really have problems. Sharks don't take things personally. You haven't seen Jaws 4: The Revenge then. Go watch Jaws 4 and then you'll see Shark take it personally. I mean, the fucking tagline even says, "This time it's personal." What, did someone watch this scene and see that line and go, "That's my idea for Jaws 4. Sharks don't take things personally. Oh, I got it. This time it's personal." Dun, 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 dun. You walking? Yeah, Roy Scheider's walking. He's walking and talking. Nah, he's not talking. Let's see. We got another shark attack. And we're up shit creek. No, I'm joking. Of course, fucking serious. We're up shit creek. And there's no fucking paddle. This whale took a bite out of this whale's ass. It tried to fuck it. It wasn't consensual. And he was an SJW. And so the shark had his way. And now the shark gotta pay. Because the shark ain't PC. That's what we need. There you go, peace. That's for the Sci-Fi Channel. PC shark. Hunted by an SJW. Well, no, it'd be an un-PC shark hunted by SJW. Or maybe an SJW shark. Deal with a un-PC lead. Or maybe a SJW shark and un-PC killer whale. I'm laughing because I just understand Roy Scheider's frustration in this. And the fact that like the whole world is against him. People just... It's like, come on, why is people so not impressed with Roy Scheider's claims after what happened in the first movie not that long ago? Well, actually, I don't know, movie-wise, how long it's been since the first movie. I mean, is it concurrent with the years it's released? Because sometimes that happens. The movie might come out 4 years later, but they say it's a year later. So yeah, I don't know. They mention that. Oh, this is where you get the jump scare moment with the dead body. Which is a cheap trick, cheap shot, you know, but I don't know, I like the way it's shot. And Roy Scheider definitely gets a bit of focus. I mean, he had focus in the first movie as well, but I really truly think this film would not be as good without Roy Scheider. I really do. Because, like, technically Jaws 3, I like the plot more in Jaws 3. Which do I like more, Jaws 2 or Jaws 3? I would say this because I like Dennis Quaid and Bess Armstrong in 3, but Roy Scheider is the better lead. I mean, because it's the character from the first film, stronger character, even again in this with the whole obsession angle. Also, it's on a technical note, Jaws 3 is hampered by trying to do the 3D stuff, so the effects aren't that great at times. Because you try to shoot a 3D thing, Jaws 3 would have been more beneficial if it wasn't in 3D. People disagree, but to me, that way the effects, like if you took Jaws 3 and the effects were like in this, it's just Jaws 3, I do think is a more fun plot. Like what if a shark was stuck in SeaWorld? Except, you know, there you go. But you know what, that's actually a pretty good moment. If you don't do it, that's a fairly decent way to do it. Lift something. Wonder which dead body that is. Well, I guess the burnt. I guess the woman that was on the boat that got burnt. Sodium cyanide? Poison? Oh, I forgot he did that. That's actually that's interesting. He put sodium, he put poison in the bullets. Cyanide. And then he's doing this to... Interesting. And then the wax to seal the ends up. I forgot about that. That's actually pretty clever. He does, but he does use those bullets, but sadly for nothing because the shark isn't there. I wish he still had some of those bullets left for the third act. So he shoots it, and it pisses off the shark, hurts him, but who knows how long it'll work. I actually kind of wish the deputy guy got killed in the movie. This guy here. I have nothing against the actor. I just think that would have been even more interesting, like, to have a character from the previous film get killed, and he's collateral damage. Because don't want Roy Scheider's character to die. Lorraine, that'd be too much. Like, this guy would be a good sacrifice, to put it. Again, at least just to kill somebody from the first movie. Oh, they're playing Pawn. Man, just showing how video games had changed. Oh, it's not really Pawn. It's, what game is that? That's nice they reference Richard Dreyfuss's character. Matt Hooper that he's out on a job and he won't be on radio next spring. Again, it's nice they actually bring that up and they mention his name and they don't just kill him off. See, there you go. That's mentioning the character, but giving the character respect. Matt Hooper, this is why he's not in the film, but you don't kill him off. He's on a job. Like, that's a respectful manner to do it. Much respectful manner. Like, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Sailing. I know it's an island, but there's more shit you can do than just sail. Fuck. But I get why Roy Scheider's doing this, because he's adamant that there's a shark out there. He wants to protect his kid. Especially after the first movie. Again, Roy Scheider's character makes the most sense. I would say this is the music that's the most different compared to the first. And it's alright music, but I don't think it's as good as the first one. I actually think Jaws 3 soundtrack is better than this. And yeah, I don't mind it, this music, but I'm just saying, I do think Jaws 3's music is better. And I know this is trying to redo the first film where the people are coming in and then it cuts to like Richard Dreyfuss or Roy Scheider on the phone and then more people come in. But it just seems like these scenes, they feel like they dragged on a bit longer. There's Roy Scheider. Yeah, I think there's a lead up to Roy shooting into the water. And then they want to fire him. I think they do fire him. And then there's a deleted scene where Murray Hamilton, he rose his hand up and said, "No, don't fire him." But they cut that scene out. That's what I mean. Like, you could do a bit more, even with the PTSD with Roy Scheider's character. I mean, yeah, in truthfulness and all honesty, did you need a sequel? No, you didn't need a sequel. But like I said, Jaws 2 and 3 I do enjoy. And I didn't even think of it. This has one of the more famous taglines for a film. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Again, probably one of the more famous taglines in movie history. And even the way it's advertised, you had Percy Rodriguez coming back to do the narration on the trailer, which he did the trailer narration on the first movie. And Percy Rodriguez did a lot of trailer narrations, especially from the 70s into the 80s. Just say you're checking for purse thieves or something. Or if someone's in trouble. They make you a bit safer. We're working for people that steal beer, all sorts of stuff. You think you would have brought at least a chair to sit down and relax, so you don't have to stand up. You see something. A black mass. Yeah, you can't quite tell what it is. So he's not freaking out yet. I'm trying to remember what it is, because it's not the shark. I do think that would have been cool if it was. But rather they're doing it because they have to make him look crazy, because he screwed up, so everybody thinks he's nuts. And then he gets fired, so that when they do go out into the water... Again, I get the... why they did with the plot. Got cyanide bullets. Again, I forgot those were cyanide bullets. Again, that's kind of it's a pretty cool idea. And he fires into the... Doesn't fire into the crowd. Yeah, wait, kid. I'm gonna shoot you. I'd be like, alright, this is a great fucking... I'm gonna come back to this beach. Bluefish. Who the hell is this guy? Does he have like... I swear this guy with the green had like a mullet or something on. Bluefish? Just a school of bluefish? Well, there you go. I want to look up the... I'm still playing the film. I just muted it because... I don't know, just because... I'm trying to think of what else to talk about with the movie, because it's got about a little over an hour left. I already ran out of stuff to talk about. Yeah, I'm trying to look up a list of rip-offs. And of course, because of the stupid freaking window, it is brighter. That's why usually I do videos at nighttime, but then doing during the day because of the stupid window doing this. Oh, this is kind of a cute moment with the kid helping him out, helping his dad out. Then a nice moment between father and son. I think little moments like that I appreciate. Let's see. We have Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws by Bruno Mattei. Yeah, that's a pretty bad film. 3.3 on IMDb. Great Wife from 1980, which was such a rip-off that Universal sued and was successful, and that's why that film has never been released officially in the US. I mean, the way it was advertised, even had Percy Rodriguez doing the narration. And it's not a great movie. It's not even that good of a movie, but it's like a time waster. There's some fun to be had, but yeah, it's a Jaws ripoff. Yeah, Mako, the Jaws of Death. Blades, which was trying to be a comedy where it was Jaws, but a lot more. Which I actually thought, wow, that'd be a fun, dumb idea. And they made that into so boring. Alligator, there you go. Alligator's a great movie from 1980. Robert Forster, directed by Louis Teague, who would go do Cujo. Alligator from 1980, easily one of the best of that type of film. Written by John Sayles, has a witty script, likable characters, and well shot for the budget they had. So Alligator's a great one. I did Grizzly I have fun with. Orca, the Killer Whale, that's another one I enjoy. But you had Barracuda, Beach the movie with birds. You had Day of the Animals I mentioned. Yeah, Night of Lepus was 1972, so you can't say that. Dogs in 1976. I mentioned Piranha, Piranha 2. Tentacles with the octopus, which had Henry Fonda and Shelley Winters. A lot of movies dealing with sharks in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes it'd be a movie that only had a shark part for like 5 minutes, but then they try to turn it into the big part of the marketing because of the success of Jaws. I see it. These people are blind. They're blind as fuck. See, at least you have Murray Hamilton trying to help, like, ease down, man, ease down. And then there's this other guy that's more of the antagonist. I don't know, this fucking window's pissing me off because it gets like bright light, that's dark, it's bright. I don't know what the fuck. Sorry I'm not saying much. I've really kind of ran out of stuff to say, so I really don't know what to say. This is why I'm not the best in doing commentaries. Because I didn't work on the film. I like the film, so I'm not going to just sit here and make fun of the movie. Like Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. So now we got a bunch of kids in a bar. Maybe they're ready to get drunk to watch Jaws 4. I guess they're trying to establish these characters, but I don't know, it's not really working out. It's not really working out the best. Just can't say I give much of a shit about any of these teen characters. I wouldn't say the acting's bad, it's just I can't sit here and say I care. I think that's going to result in the yeah, sorry, I'm just checking my messages. I guess that kind of tells you how interested I am about what the hell's going on screen right now. That just shows you, yeah, this is really exciting part of the movie. Exactly. Again, this is, if anyone has a complaint about the movie, it's easily this part. And it's like, well, I can't really disagree with them when it comes to that. I really can't. It's either when the shark's on screen or Roy Scheider. Yeah, that's definitely the best. This is where he finds out he got fired. Yeah, that's why. And that's kind of a nice touch. That yellow with the plants on it outside the door. That's the barrel from the first movie. So I guess like he swam with Richard Dreyfuss with the barrel, and then I just took the barrel home and made into put a potted plant on it. Like this right here, like okay, this guy's now the chief of police. He goes out, he tries to help, he gets killed, and that's where this guy, also because of his son, is more adamant to go out there and get some shit done. Okay, so Stacy's been on the job for 4 years, so first film was 75, this is 78, so okay. Just him, just, tried to play the fact he's never been fired before. I think Roy Scheider really does sell this, and it's, just to play a little bit different stuff compared to the first movie. That's the thing, like Roy Scheider, like I don't think this film's that bad, especially with you and your character. Like you want to see treating characters poorly, don't watch how they treated the Star Wars characters. Don't watch how they treated, pick a franchise, John Connor, Ripley in Alien 3. List goes on. And on and on. Damn, slept in his clothes. Didn't even fucking take them off. Not that I want to see that, but I'm just saying, must have been really drunk. Out towards the kids sneaking out, go with his buck boys out into the water. I don't know, for some reason I thought this film had a big, well, I think the first movie, the body count was the girl at the beginning, the little boy, there's the head that Richard Dreyfuss finds, there's the one guy just dragged and almost kills Brody's older son. Robert Shaw's character. Yeah, I guess this film doesn't really have that bigger of a body count compared to the first. I don't know what, for some reason I just assumed, I remembered wrong for some reason. It's been an hour, and really the only shark attack you've gotten is that one with the boat. And yeah, if you don't include the beginning. And you got about 50 minutes of the film, and it's mostly going to be these kids on the water. Yeah, I think that's why this is a step down from the first, because you think of the first film, the last 40, 50 minutes is those three guys, and you get to know them. You get to really know about Robert Shaw and his Indianapolis speech and how he doesn't want to be in the water again, doesn't want to put on a life vest again, his obsession with hating sharks because of what happened, the rivalry between Richard Dreyfuss and Robert Shaw's character, Brody being sort of the odd man out, because you have the guy who's an expert on sharks, you have the guy who's an expert on the sea, and the guy in the middle, Roy Scheider, he's the last man standing in order to kill the damn thing. Go down with the ship. While here, I think one of the issues is that they just have so many characters that it's hard to keep them apart. Like, okay, there's Brody's older son, there's Brody's younger son, but then there's this guy with the hat on. There's a guy back there in green. There's a girl. There's another girl. There's Chief Gordon. There's Chief Gordon's buddy who also has glasses. There's a bunch of other people. And this movie has a fascination with sailboats. A third of the film is a commercial for sailboats. That's the thing, like, I don't give a shit about the sailboats. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see like 5, 6 sailboats. How fucking far you go into the ocean, goddammit? I'm gonna bite your ass and drown your ass. You don't get back here. Hey, if the shark is around, this is a great feeding time. Just have the shark go on a rampage. Eat half of these guys, knock the boat down, eat half of those people. Just really go to town. And then go forward to the only people on the water. That might be the key. God, man. Can't believe how long it's been since I've seen this. I think because watching, like growing up, I watched Jaws and Jaws 3 the most. I think because on VHS tape I had like, I think I had like Jaws 1. I think it was like Jaws 1, then Jaws 4, then another tape, it was Jaws 3. See, back in the day, we had these things called VHS tapes. And you'd have 2 VCRs. So you rent a tape. Wasn't even a video store. Like, VHS tapes were such a big thing that they were everywhere, including gas stations, your local grocery store. Boom, VHS tapes to rent. You rent them, you go home, and you pop in a blank tape, you pop in the regular tape, you record it, and boom, you have it for your collection. Granted, there'd be lines and all other shit in there, but at least you have it for your collection. And sometimes you get like random movies back to back. And God, I wish I could remember a lot of that, man. That's what. See, that's how bored I am with a time machine. I would use that to do. Let me just go back in time and see what that looked like. Yeah, not go back in time to the Wild West. Not go back in time to ancient Greece or watch the pyramids. No, I want to go back in time to see what my VHS tapes looked like back in the day. Also save some of the books that are. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, I like that idea of the scarred face. Gives a bit more uniqueness and personality to the shark. Come on, grab the guy. Come on, shark. Don't be a pussy. Grab some of them. Grab some of the motherfuckers. God damn it. But hey, what really happened to him, though? So he's the only one that saw the shark? That no one sees the shark beyond? I guess maybe he went up too fast. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. No one else is talking about a shark, so maybe he is the only one who saw it. Some decent helicopter shots. Yeah, these kids are up shit creek. Back when characters smoked on screen. Nowadays it's a big no-no. You don't have characters smoke. But back then, they just did. What's that? A bunch of matches or something? Oh. Is that a bunch of matches in the... He was looking at the mirror, like there's a bunch of stuff. Was all matchsticks? I don't know what they are. Oh, I know you're depressed. We like a BJ. So you want a beer? Sorry I'm not saying anything. I'm just now just getting lost and watching the film again. Must be like a babysitter nanny. Beer cans. Yeah, I'll clean this shit up later. Let the nanny do it. She's not doing anything. There's nobody there. You don't sit on but watching TV. There's not even much on TV compared to today. So yeah, let her clean that shit up. Okay, yeah, this is the next shark attack. Because I do remember this scene. And yeah, this is the couple that saw the explosion later, and now they don't want to be part of it. Because the stuff I remember about this is the guy hanging on and with such force breaks a piece of the boat when he's... I thought that was a nice touch. So nice I kicked the damn tray the computer's on. Buddy, you're not going to get laid. Hey, Coca-Cola. Jaws 2, sponsored by Coke. With real cocaine. There's a lot of cocaine in this Coke. That really is the time when Coca-Cola had cocaine. Those were the days. Maybe they need to bring cocaine back so people could chill the fuck out. Yeah, he just wants to say hi. He's horny. Hey, doesn't mean he's horny for girls. He could be horny for guys too. Tina. Ain't the girl from... If it was the girl from Friday the 13th Part 7 The New Blood, she'd be able to put a psychic wave on the shark. But sadly, it's not. You went out with the wrong Tina. Tina's Joy? That's a stupid name for a boat. Matt's Happiness. That's the name of my boat. We talking about the same type of boat? Motorboat? Just swim as fast as you fucking can. Swim, you slow fucking piece of shit. Stop lollygagging the fuck around. That's a good shot. Good wide shot. Just showing the shark going underneath the boat. Good nice wide shot. But yeah, you ain't having it. Eddie, goddammit, you stole me $5. Give me my fucking money back, Eddie, before you die. Again, that's a good shot. Like how they made him move with that speed. Whatever contraption they put him on to go towards the boat. Yeah, this is where he breaks a piece of the boat. There you go. Showing the force of the shark. Yeah, that was a well done scene. Use that thing called a fucking motor on your boat. Roy Scheider don't run any people over to make more. Who the fuck is the guy in the blue pickup? Fuckwit? The fuck? Don't run anyone over. Fuck is this? Well, I know what the fuck it is, but it is. That's the guy who went too fast up the... well, maybe they'll say what it is. Embolism. Air bubbles in the blood. Came up too fast. Huh. Well, they can't fire you both. They just put someone who sucks in charge. Although technically, I guess there's no more cops in the town, so someone could have a fucking field day in the town now, because they only have like these 2 cops. So if someone's like, I'm gonna steal some shit. Like if someone's watching, go, wait, they're gone. I could go steal a lot of fucking shit. Get the fuck out of Dodge, and there's no one to stop me, because all the cops are on the water. Hopefully you got enough gas. Don't get fucking stranded out there. So the kids are going to the lighthouse. You see a piece of land there, like an island. Oh, okay, they say they're going past the lighthouse. About half an hour left. Again, I would say just a bit too much dealing with this whole sailing stuff. I just really thought the sailing scenes were going to wow people. I mean, better than the fucking over gasm of CGI, but it's not only as fascinating as maybe the filmmakers thought. Oh yeah, this is where they find the one girl there. I'm trying to see if there's any... Oh yeah, there's a... Oh. Thought there was a booklet in this. Guess not. See, if this was Shark Attack 3, Megalodon, the shark would just come up and swallow the whole boat. And then the shark would turn to the camera and say, "Let me take you back and lick your pussy." If you don't know what I'm talking about, just type Shark Attack 3 on YouTube. Can you imagine if the shark said that to someone? I'm feeling wired. Let me take you back and lick your pussy. If there was an R-rated robot chicken, like, that could be the parody for it. Do the Shark Attack 3, but it's a shark saying it to, I don't know, a fucking dolphin or something. Although for some, maybe that'd be their fucking fantasy kink or whatever, so maybe not. Calm the fuck down, lady. Tell us what the fuck is going on. Man, they got lucky there was another boat there. Like, stuff like that, I think, humanizes the character. Saying all this, "Don't give me that shit, just point." Okay then. Like, that makes you more relate to Roy Scheider's character, and again, even more easy to root for that character. Like, "Don't give me that bullshit, just point." Damn, there's a shitload of sailboats. What, 6 of them? Again, you don't really get to know a whole lot about these characters. I mean, there's a lot of them, and not many of them get killed. You kind of... Again, although there's some nice sequences with the shark, nice usage of it, see, you should listen to your dad. But yeah, most of these people make it. I think it's just one of the girls. That's some pretty decent stunt work. You know, you're flipping a boat. That's not like the easiest thing to do. And the director did the right choice to have it all in wide shots, so you're not confused. Yeah, this girl with the blue hat, she just killed. I think she saves the little boy. Like, who the fuck are those two people? Who's the guy's like, "Timmy Brooke." I'm like, I mean, can you really say you know who the fuck most of these people are? But I'll say this. This is why I don't hate them that much. They're a masterpiece of actors compared to... What was that fucking film I saw, Beneath? Like, these, at least by their action, hey, we want to rescue our friend, and oh fuck him. Yeah, that's the thing. Like nowadays, like oh fuck him. They'd like force someone to be like, oh fuck him. We worry about ourselves. Oh well, if he dies, he dies. It's like you don't always need that. It's not always the case with people. Sometimes everyone just does want to do the right thing. This is a pretty decent shot too. Boom. The only issue with that shot is when you see the shark, like over here, you see the mouth bend a little bit. Like imagine you open, and then this goes like like this is the screen, and the boat's over here, the shark, and you see like a little bit here like crunch down, like almost like a little bend. Other than that, it's a pretty effective moment. Again, I appreciate showcasing more of the shark. You can't put any more on the boat? Or tow someone? Just not. And so yeah, even the older brother, he's not even part of the finale. He's just knocked out. Probably easy for an actor. Oh, I get to just sleep. I want that job. That's the thing, like most of these people, I don't know who the hell they are. So like we don't even the one of the kids we've been following the most, which is the older brother, he's not even in the picture anymore. Like the little brother, we didn't get many scenes except when he's helping his dad pick up the bullets on the shells on the beach. So we got a lot less screen time from him than the older brother. Like the other people, we don't know anything about them, so it's kind of hard to. I want to stress the acting is not the problem. Their acting is fine, and as characters, they're not piece of shit, unlikable human beings. I did like the film Beneath came out a few years ago, but it's just you don't know anything about them. They appear a couple times, but you know, there's not much you could say about them. Like, there's really not much to describe them. What terms to use to do that? But I like that too. You have a guy who is not an expert in terms of boating because he doesn't go out on the boat, doesn't go on the water that much. That was kind of established in the first film as well. So you don't have the guy who knows everything. Like Francis Show, what the hell is that? It's like he knows how to drive it. That's pretty much it. But yeah, with a lot of these kids, like, what the hell do I know about them? I know that's the little brother, but again, this guy has a hat. This guy's in green. That guy's going to be in Christine. These two girls, I mean, and this guy on the right, I don't know anything about him. So, the guy with the glasses we saw earlier, where Chief Gordon's like, oh, she's looking at you. Is he not even part of this finale? So that's like a character they try to give a little bit to, oh, she's not looking at me, I'm thin, I got glasses. He's not even part of this? So what was even the point of trying to develop that character? I don't know. You can't even say really developing the character, just... I don't know how many people can fit on the helicopter, but technically you could be like swim the... Oh no, I think the shark gets them. Which is actually a pretty cool... Like, that's definitely one of the standout moments. So that's what I mean, like, this is a step down from the first one. This one is more about the lead and the action scenes. And that's the thing, is just that you have so many of these characters, and there's really been not much development on them. The little bit they did was the older brother, and he's out of the picture. Yeah, this guy ain't having it. You don't be hurt in a few minutes. Throw you a line. Get the fuck out. That's my line. Get out of the fucking water. There's my line. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, buddy. You know what? I realize I've never been on a helicopter. Never been in a helicopter. That's another thing I would love to experience one day. So if anyone is a helicopter pilot, let me know. Give me a ride and I'll take it. I'm sure that's supposed to be like a oh shit moment, you know, coming out of nowhere. But it's pretty, like, this is pretty well done sequence action wise to have the blades rip apart and it rips apart their sails. That's pretty damn effective. All done for real. No CG at this point. All done in camera. Yeah, I like the idea of the rotor ripping apart and shredding their sails. I think there was a scene where he eats the pilot in the water, but I think it was cut down for the rating. That's the thing. I think like some of these kids, they're really cannon fodder. That's what they are, and just kind of let the shark get busy with it. Like, really, none of these characters got developed. But, like, Chief Gordon, I just know him because he's been in other movies. If I haven't seen those movies, like, the one or two, again, there's really not much to say about him. Same with all these others. Like, all these characters, I couldn't tell you shit about, like, this guy in the white shirt. That guy in the green sleeves, I've seen him a couple times throughout the movie, but... But yeah, I have no issues with the direction. Like, the way that's staged. So you have the shark covering the person. So you get the idea they're taken down. I thought the way that was directed, where, okay, let's have it rise over here, the person's here, so we do that, so we can hide. So it seems like she got taken on camera. Again, There's Roy Scheider. Probably still trying to figure out where the fuck am I supposed to go? Where's the boat with his older son? Yeah, he's dead. Took the whole fucking chopper down. He's dead as hell. And again, despite what Roy Scheider, his misgivings, he's not sleepwalking through the role. Come on, you little turd. Come on, you little fuckwit fuckstick. Just the fucking word, you fucking piece of fucking goddamn fucking little fucking twerp fucking turd burglar fucking little shit. I'm gonna take this fucking rope and hang you with it. You won't have to worry about the fucking shark fucking Sean. I'll break your ass and I'll fucking get the iron sheet on your ass, you fucking dillweed, fucking dillhole, fucking dickhead, fucking dickwad, fucking asshole, puss bucket. You better catch this rope or I'm gonna hang you with it. No, kid, catch this fucking rope. I'm gonna wrap around your fucking non-existent dick and shove it up your fucking ass with a fucking tweezer, you fucking twerp. Get the fucking rope, goddamn motherfucker. Get the fucking goddamn fucking rope in the fuck. Wrap around your fucking hand, wrap around your fucking face, wrap around your fucking neck, you fucking asshole. I'll take the fucking life vest off and I'll fucking drown you in it. Don't drown your ass down with fucking gasoline and I'll burn you up like buttercup. Goddamn motherfucker. Oh, now he did it. That'd be hilarious if the shark just came up and ate him. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't think anybody else dies in the film. So it was the pilot, the one girl. Yeah. That none of these kids get killed anymore. Again, I don't know if just the mistake was having so many characters. And so you just don't care? Or what the deal is. I don't know. I don't even remember who the fuck this lady is. Like, who the fuck is this lady? I don't remember her. Because that's her big moment to say, Jesus, please help. While being alone in another boat. Imagine if she said it and the shark just came out and ate her. Okay, shit. Fucking need a shark exorcist. I must have missed the... I think when last time we saw Lorraine Gary, they had, oh shit. There's one sailboat. I think that's the one with his older kid in it. Yeah. Your son got knocked the fuck out. Oh, there's the guy with the glasses. Okay. That's where he was on the other boat. There he is. I forgot about this boat. I'm like, yeah, I remember his older kid. Yeah, I forgot about who the hell else was on there. It's okay, wasn't it? There's a fucking shark out there. No, it's not okay. Dumb fuck. I was going to say you're not even going to have him come with them, but I guess that... Well, what if the shark comes for them? You don't know where the shark's at. The shark could have followed them. You would think, no, I want to get on my boat, I'll get you to the lighthouse, and then... Like, I didn't... To Roy Scheider's... He doesn't know the shark's around there, or not around there. The shark could destroy that boat as soon as he leaves. Again, that's the issue. Like, they have so many characters here that even as cannon fodder, they don't work in that aspect because it's a low body count. It's like you don't know anything about any of these people, so I just don't care. Just put her in a sleeper hold, $1 Million Man style. Give her the $1 Million Dream. What, my stomach rumbling? Yeah, I know. I'm going to eat after this. Oh, a different thing. Yeah, they hear crying. There you go. There's Roy Scheider. Yeah, keep jumping on the bow. That's not going to make the shark more, Let me go after this thing. Yeah, the shark hasn't done anything for a while. I don't know why. He just wants to hang around for the shits and giggles. You know, it's cool you guys are alive, but I don't know who the fuck you are, so I don't really give a shit. I gotta say, after watching this again, I would probably say I like Jaws 3 more. Watch this again. Like, Jaws 2 is better effects-wise, Roy Scheider, but Jaws 3 just seemed like it went at a faster pace. And I think it has more fun plot. I don't know, I still have to think about it. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. Keep going back and forth. I don't know which I like more. I don't. Yeah, I have to think about it some more. Because I like the characters in Jaws 3. I felt there's fewer of them, a fewer amount of them. So at least they have a bit more personality or a bit more to work with compared to these kids. On the flip side, this doesn't have the 3D that screwed up the effects. I'm just watching the movie again. Oh yeah, that's going to get the power cable, the power line, these hooks. That's right. Which was established earlier on, the power lines. Doesn't it get stuck on the power line? Yeah, I think it does. There you go. See, right here, he needed to kill like 2 or 3 people to really keep up the menace of the shark. Oh my god, he killed 2 or 3 of them. He might kill all of them. But they don't really do that, so it's like, well, he's not killing anybody, so where's the menace? But if he killed like 2 or 3 of them, oh shit. Man, we gotta really be fearful of this monster. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. At least those people made it to the lighthouse. All these people that made it to the lighthouse. I didn't like the majority of them. I mean, you had like, what, 15 kids, it seems? And only one of them died. Again, just to keep the menace of the shark when you have that many people. And it's not like, oh my god, I hope that person doesn't die. I don't know who the fuck most of these people are. Honestly. The only reason here is that, okay, I know that's Roy Scheider's, the Brody's younger son. And really, I'm into this more for Roy Scheider and his story. Yeah, kid, just keep yelling get away. The shark would be like, oh, I'm sorry. My pardon. Excuse me, Mr. Hot Shit, little boy. Since you said get away, I will listen to you now. Don't give a fuck. See, he should have killed this hysterical lady. So that the boy is left by himself. And then this desperate notion of doing this. Kill that hysterical lady. The boy is going after the boy. It hears this. And then boom. Oh my god, I killed that lady. It might kill the boy next. Oh no. The father is now taking the attention towards himself. Now granted, I don't know how this works as in, okay, the shark bites it, wouldn't Roy Scheider be electrocuted as well? Because, I mean, it is water. I guess that's, yeah, I know he's on a boat, but still, would Scheider be shot as well? I don't know. It's a fun ending, though. And a unique way to kill a shark. With all the shark movies that have come out, I've never seen a shark die like this before. So yeah, I appreciate that inventiveness and creativity. I didn't, and then with the shark with the half burn and the way it looks getting fried, it wasn't just another explosion. So it made it different. He's singing Kumbaya. What the fuck do you think he's doing? No shit. He's heading right for him. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Then this was again, I like the effects of it gliding towards him. Fried his ass. I think that was pretty cool, actually. I think that was pretty damn neat. And all done for real. Practical, on camera. And yeah, I think that was pretty damn neat. Even got the smoke coming out of his eye. He's had enough of it. Yeah, I would say it's Roy Scheider and the Shark are the two big positives about the film. Can you stop crying now, lady? Can you stop crying now? Okay, dude, who I don't know your name. Glad you said thank you. Guy number 1, girl number 2, number 7. Because I don't know who the fuck any of these people are. Yes, I know I've seen them, but... But it's also nice with Roy Scheider, the way they did with the character here is that, you know, in the first film, he saved himself, technically. Here, he does save other people. So I know it's a little consolation. And look, you know, the monster's dead, the movie's over. You know, as someone said, once the monster's dead, the movie's over. So again, it's a film where it's not as good as the first film. If the first one is a 5-star movie, this one would be a 3.5 star movie. You know, it's a step down, but yeah, I don't think it's an awful film. I do think the teenage characters are the weakest part of it because there's really not much development on them. There's so many of them, and it's like you're bouncing on, and the actors are fine, but you just hard to give a shit about any of them. So it's like, here's a bunch of characters you don't know, don't care, don't like, don't give a shit about. And it's not that I hate them. See, there's a difference between hating a character and not caring, as an indifference. And indifference is the best way to describe it, but again, still a decent flick. But I know Yule wanted me to do a review of this, so I'll probably do that next. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.